Over the last 75 years, over 10,000 chemicals have been introduced to our food supply. Yet the EU only allows 300 food additives. But at Thrive Market, we bring our members the highest quality brands and restrict more than 1,000 ingredients found at conventional grocery stores, making the switches easy with our Healthy Swaps scanner, which finds better versions of all your favorite pantry, snacking, and home essentials without the added junk, dyes, and fillers. Plus, it's all delivered straight to your door. So if you're looking to shop at a grocery store that actually cares about your health, go to thrivemarket.com/podcast and you'll get 30% off your first order and a free gift.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in the cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to REP Paranormal and Friends with your hosts,
Kim Purvis
and Alison Robinson. Make sure to check us out on our Facebook pages, REP Paranormal and Friends and REP Paranormal Busters, for up-to-date show information and events. Hello, welcome to REP Paranormal and Friends. So, we thought last week would be our last week for live shows. But ta-da, here we are. We decided that we would do one today. We didn't get to do ours on Friday with Nancy. We had internet issues, and then once we got the internet up and running, our calls wouldn't go through to Skype, so I apologize for that. It would have been a good show, but it is what it is, and things happen, and we can't always control technology and internet and everything like that, so we decided, well, we'll do one tonight and kind of give one last hurrah. So if anybody joins us in chat and has questions, please feel free to ask whatever. We're just going to kind of discuss whatever tonight. And maybe get some ideas from you guys, what you want from us for upcoming shows, things like that, any topics or guests, or if you want to be a guest, that starting next year, they will be pre-recorded.
So we gotta figure out a date.
Yep. So, but if anybody wants to be a guest or a returning guest or anything, please feel free to reach out to us. You can get a hold of us on our Facebook page at REP Paranormal and Friends, or you can email us at reparanormal24@gmail.com, or you can get a hold of us on Instagram at reparanormal24, or you can also do Twitter as well, and that is at reparanormal. So you have several ways to get a hold of us, or you can even, send us a message on one of our shows, I do get notifications if anybody leaves a message or anything like that. So we do like to hear from you guys.
Or on my social media page, you can leave me a message too if you can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can go to Kim's also, which is Kim Addie Purvis. So you can go to her Facebook page as well. And if you're wanting to be a guest, or if you have any questions, or if you have a topic you want us to go over, etc., just reach out to us. We love to hear from you all. Last week was a pretty interesting show. We had some great guests on. We had Rebecca Williamson, we had April Richardson, and we had Ben Stevenson. All their last names are Sun. Did you notice that?
I noticed that.
I didn't notice that until now, until I said it. So that's kind of crazy, but.
And we did have some good questions come up in chat, and what we had.
Oh, yes. Yes, we did. We had good questions. We had Alec Tillery in there from Creeps Commando. If you guys don't know them, go follow them as well. Awesome guys. Love them to death. Just amazing all around. And then we had our friend Allie in there too. And she always comes up with some good things as well. So thank you, everybody, for doing that. That was awesome to have. Trying to think. I had something that I was going to talk about, but you know how I get brain farts.
And we're thinking about doing another round table again, but we won't have anybody in chat asking questions, but it was a pretty fun show, and some of those questions stumped them a little bit. They had to really think on some of them.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. Which is always fun to do, you know, get your brain wheels turning.
We'll just do it like we did before. Just pull names out of the hat and go from there. And then pull the questions out of a hat to ask.
Yep, absolutely. So you never know. Your name might get pulled and you might be asked to be on one of our shows if you're lucky enough. But, yeah, so... I mean, I don't have a ton of things to talk about. I mean, we've already kind of discussed what we're going to be doing next year. I mean, we would love to be able to collaborate. I would like to be able to collaborate with some different people and see what happens, or some people that we haven't maybe investigated with for a while. Creeps. If you listen, creeps. That was always fun. And
that was one of our names that we had brought up.
She found something. I thought she was gonna pull a thing. They're in that cigar box.
I know our questions are right here. I thought maybe we lost one when we were pulling them out.
Oh yeah. No, I don't.
No, that was a name.
Oh, gotcha. No, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't have a lot to talk about, but we just kind of wanted to have one more final hurrah, a live show. So if anybody joins us, you know, feel free, like I said, to drop a question in chat. It looks like Kim is the one that's in jail this time.
I think it's the first person that punches it. It seems like you're going to jail on your phone.
Well, then don't be the first person in chat, I guess, because then you're going to jail.
My phone wasn't working right. I punched it in, so.
Yeah, I had a hard time. I was telling Kim, like, last week it was her that had a hard time getting into Spreaker. And then tonight it was me. Like, it was not letting me in. I literally had to shut my phone off and restart it.
That's what I had to do for some reason.
Yeah. I don't know. But there was something I was really going to talk about. I dreamt about it. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be something good to talk about. And now I cannot remember it. I did have deja vu, though, with Kenzie today at the movies. And it was weird because we were watching previews and they were showing old movies. And oh my god, what was the movie that they were showing? Now I can't remember the name of it. Frick. If I asked Kinsey if she was here, she would know which one it was. Anyway, there was a specific part in the movie that came up, and then she said something, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I literally just dreamt about this last night. Like, literally. The exact same thing. It was bizarre. But, yeah, we went and saw Nosferatu, and that was quite a movie, for sure. And the previews that they had before those are really bizarre. Like, they literally, because they had some of the same ones that they did when we went to Twilight earlier this year for that. You know, because obviously Twilight has vampires in it. They literally had, like, people that they were interviewing that are actual vampires. And one's like, I like to use an X-Acto blade. Yeah. And he does that, like, he has people that donate blood to him. I was like, okay, alright. So if any of our listeners, do you do that? Are you a real vampire? Just wondering. And then they had this show. And I think I started watching it. It might be on Hulu. I can't remember the name of it. But there's this one guy on there, and he says that he's an energy vampire, like a psychic vampire and they're an energy vampire. And he's like, you know, so, like, you know, we can be out during the day. That doesn't bother us. And, like, what we do to suck your energy is we draw out a long conversation and talk in monotone, which reminds me of that chick from Malvern. I was telling Kinsey, I'm like, yep, that nails it right on the head. Or they said that they can drive you nuts by doing something to the point where they make you so mad that that's how they get your energy. I'm like, oh, yep, yep. I was telling Kinsey, and Kinsey's like, I'm like, yep, been there, done that. Have encountered one of those, and I don't know if she believed me, but it's for real. That, What are you doing?
Well, they were all stretched out. I'm making sure they all stayed bundled together.
So they're ready for our next time.
The next time. Which I might add a few more later.
Yeah, we can always just add to the box. If you think of a question or anything, like I said, if anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to reach out, give them to us. Because, you know, we would love that.
Yeah, they're all bunched back up again.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to like doing this whole pre-recorded bit all the time. Because we like to interact with everybody. And that's just going to be strange not to have that interaction. What do you guys think? I mean, I know some people have said they prefer the live shows, but what about everybody else? Do you prefer live? Do you prefer pre-recorded? Is it easier for you to listen it onto your own time? Like, these are just burning questions that I have. I would love to be able to see, like, how many. I mean, obviously we do have quite a few that listen to us pre-recorded. Like, they go back and listen to it because that's where we get a lot of our downloads. But
we do get a lot of people that come into chat that like to ask questions to the people that they're listening to understand them better.
Right, yeah. Because, I mean, do have some good guests coming up. I mean, we have, there will be a show coming up with Donna Massey. She's going to talk about her book, and that's on alien abduction. We'll have Janine Lowe on. I had to do that one as a pre-recorded too. She's from the UK. And she's been on before, and she's going to talk about abundance, like how you can get things in abundance, like health, wealth, whatever you want in abundance by using feng shui, so that's going to be interesting, and astrology and manifesting. So that's going to be a good one. And then I know I have another one, but I can't remember what it's going to be on, honestly. My brain is fried from the holidays. It was a little crazy yesterday. And I may have had a little too much to drink yesterday. Oh, it's going to be, damn it. Well, I can't remember, but there's going to be, we have a few shows that'll be coming up. But if, like I said, if you want to be a guest, returning guest, anything, you know, please reach out, because we do, I mean, we're more than happy to have somebody on again. So, yeah, we've had some interesting guests over the years. Some very interesting guests, to say the least. We've met people all over the world, and that's one thing that I do enjoy about podcasting, is the connections that I have made with people all over the world. And I really wish that some of them I could actually meet in person, because that'd be kind of cool. But, you know, I don't know if I'll ever get back overseas. I'd love to, but I would...
Unless we win the Mega Million
I
tomorrow.
know. I'd have to pay the or I'd have to actually play the lottery to be able to win it.
I know, me too.
Yeah, never done that.
It's kind of hard to win if you don't play, but...
Yeah, exactly. Which I don't, but, you know, there's always a time for me to start, I guess, but... I don't know. Trying to think. That's really bothering me, because I literally had something that I was going to bring up, and now I can't remember. I should have wrote it down.
Yes, you should.
I've been trying to do that more, like write myself notes for things, because I'm finding myself to be very forgetful. I can't remember a lot of things anymore, so
You getting that part-timers?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I am. For sure.
Yeah. 3 weeks later down the line, I'll remember something that I wanted to say 3 weeks earlier.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. 100%. Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, that's going to irritate me, because I can't remember what it was about. That really just bugs me. Plus, I'm having withdrawals. I need to go out and investigate. I would love to go to the undisclosed location, but I'm like, I need to get myself a taser and a stun gun. Just in case. Because you never know. And I don't know if they'd actually show up there if there was a vehicle parked there, but you never know. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm just dang tired.
Oh, the way they're trashing things, I wouldn't want my vehicle sitting there either.
No, I know. Yep, that's true, because they are, and it's ridiculous. Like, why do people think they have to go somewhere and trash a place, whether it's paranormal or not? Like, I mean, you find that in the paranormal too. Like, you go to these locations and people are putting holes in walls and just destroying the property or stealing things from the property, thinking, oh, I got something from a haunted location. Whoop-de-fucking-do. It's not yours. Put it back. Like, don't be stealing shit that ain't yours. I've also noticed that there's haunted locations that have things from other haunted locations in them.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know if they're supposed to be, but they are. And it's just like, I don't understand people. Couldn't that be some kind of bad juju if you take something from a haunted location?
I don't know.
Just saying. That you didn't have permission on taking?
Well, let's see. Johnny's brought stuff from Villisca over to Melbourne and put it in Melbourne. One of those dolls.
Oh, yeah.
Is from Villisca.
That's true.
So, I don't know. Does it give it a different vibe? Or...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Do they follow? That I do not know.
I think that's the experiment they were trying to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. To see if they... Ow! Oh my gosh. Ow! Ow! Ah!
I didn't do it.
What the hell?
I didn't do nothing.
That was just weird.
I didn't do nothing.
I just felt like, if you... I don't know how to explain it. It felt like cobwebby, but like my face all of a sudden feels really itchy, like something was... I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what it was. I don't know how to explain it, but... Now I feel like my face is going to break out in one big freaking rash. Wouldn't doubt it.
Possibly.
I'm trying to... I really wish I could remember. What the hell? Yeah, I just cannot remember, honestly. It's just driving me nuts. Because I cannot remember anything. And... Oh, so this next... Okay. I don't know how to say this name. But while I'm trying to think of what I want to talk about tonight that I had a dream about, one of the shows... is going to be about a book, Your Soul, Your Life, A Guide to Healing and Self-Healing by... I'm not sure how to say the name. Marcia, maybe? Tacho? I don't know how to say it, but she's gonna be on and talk about different ways to cooperate with the spiritual world, and including exercises for self-healing and case stories from clients and students. And she is she's well known for her work on haunted houses on the TV show The Spirit Returns. And she is actually from Denmark. So that'll be interesting. Haven't had anybody from Denmark yet.
No.
So that's gonna be interesting.
We've had them from England.
Yeah.
Most of them's been all from England.
Mm-hmm.
No, you've had some from Australia.
Yeah, Ireland.
But Denmark.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
See? So yeah, that's the power of podcasting, I guess, because you get to meet people all over the world that you never would talk to otherwise, most likely. So, yeah, I don't know. I tell you what, I'm pretty sure that my grandpa was in full force at the house last night at my parents' house. Because when we start talking about certain things, or when we brought out the eggnog, that damn light went off across the dining room table. And I shut it off, right? So I shut it off. Never flicked the light back on, right? And then the light is back on, and my mom tells me, and then she says to turn it off because, like, he had shut it off, and she's like, flick the light thing back down, and I go, it's already in the off position, but the light had been on. So I don't know. But it was with that damn eggnog. You know, he's got to have his twins. Rum and brandy and in his eggnog. Don't worry, I had his share. I had 3 glasses of that. So double shots, except for the last one. Last one I didn't put anything in because I had had mimosas prior to that. So I was, you know, feeling kind of like, you know, yeah. I've had way too much to drink these last couple of days. So I need to, oh, excuse me, put that to rest for a little bit. Oh, now I'm getting the hiccups. Oh well. Kim, do you have anything that you want to discuss? Anything?
No.
No? Nothing?
Not really, because we've discussed everything over and over and over and over.
I know we have, honestly. And I get people are probably busy doing things with families and things like that right now, but it's like, well, you know, I have absolutely freaking nothing going on tonight. So I was like, well, let's just do one last hurrah and go from there, but it's fine. I'm just ready to get out and investigate. That's why I wish I lived somewhere warmer where there was like no snow and stuff, because then I can investigate more. But I'm sure then those places would be a lot more pricier than some of the places we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been checking in on a few others. And it's like, some of them don't give you prices. You got to email them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have several of them that I'd like to do in Indiana. It's just, yeah, it's a drive, but kind of interesting. I really want to do that speakeasy. I do want to do that. Eventually we'll get there. And maybe do the
I want to do
Fowler
that
Theater.
one that Kelly and Chris just got done doing him. My cousin's got just done doing
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not for sure. I can't remember.
Billy Creek?
Yeah, Billy Creek.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like
Yeah.
to do that once.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I want to do this place too. This place looks awesome. The Stone Mansion. It's in Indiana, Winchester, Indiana.
There's another one in Winchester I was looking up, but I can't remember what it was called.
There's a little bit of structural damage, but yeah. So that might be interesting, but you know, damn thing keeps shutting off. Oh yeah, I was hit by a tornado in March. But it still says it's in sound shape, so, and it's open for private investigations, so it's just, I don't know how much this one is.
I know, some of them don't give you a price. You have to email them and
No, there's not an email, it's just a phone number, but that would be fun. It looks really cool. But there's a lot of them there. A lot. I'd have to
there's quite a few in Indiana.
I would just need to save up a lot of money and do like a week vacation and try to knock out at least a couple of them, you know, because obviously I would need
There's
some
several
sleep.
in Ohio I'd like to go to.
Mm-hmm.
One in New York.
Yep. Yeah, I'd like to go to Hinsdale.
Yep, I'd like to get there.
Mm-hmm. I would like to go to Black Swan Inn. Still want to go to the Bell Witch Cave. Every time I've gone that way, driven by the exit for it, for Kinsey's races, it's been closed. So I've not been able to go there, but maybe this summer when we go to Florida.
The Walnut House in South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
That's the new one I found.
Cool.
Let's see.
What kind of places would you guys like to investigate? Or where would you like to see us investigate? You should drop us a line letting us know where you think we should go. And maybe we'll end up there. Because sometimes, that would be fun to do. Like have one of our listeners pick a place for us to go. As long as it's not too expensive.
That's the key.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, for sure. Because Lord knows I don't want to spend thousands of dollars to go somewhere.
Well, it depends on how far away it is.
Mm-hmm.
If we have to get a motel.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Because, sometimes it's kind of hard to get out of work. Especially right now when we're short-staffed. So... yeah.
Because some of them don't let you spend the night in the place, so you have to find a motel.
Mm-hmm.
And how many hours you gotta drive. Then you gotta consider motel in between if it's gonna take too long.
Yeah. Some are quite a ways away. So yeah, I don't know, but we'll have to see. I mean, I'd like to venture out to some other places, but yeah, it's gotta have the time off, gotta have the money. And that, because sometimes they get expensive. Really expensive. And then you go there and then you might not really have an experience. But that's just what it is. You don't know. It's a crapshoot. You never know what you're going to get.
No. Chat's pretty quiet tonight.
I know. Well,
but it is just the day after Christmas too, people.
Mm-hmm.
We're busy.
Busy and everything else, yeah. Most likely. Well, I mean, we don't really have much to talk about. So I guess, we could kind of wrap things up. We just wanted to see if anybody was out there that was wanting to ask any questions or anything like that. But, make sure you check us out still. Like, share, follow, download your favorite episodes of REP Paranormal and Friends. It's found on any podcast platform that you like to listen to. You can still check us out here. We'll still have shows on Thursday nights. They're just not going to be live. But still feel free to leave us a message in chat and we'll get back to you. Like I said, I do get notifications of that. So we do like to hear from our listeners. Anything though, like our investigations and things like that, you can find information on where we're going to be on our Facebook page, REP Paranormal and Friends. Make sure you're following us on there. You can find it on Kim Addie Purvis Facebook. That's usually where we go live first, and then she transfers it over to our other pages. So check those out. Follow us on there, and you can. It's usually at night, so for some of our friends across the pond, like when we're doing that at midnight, it's going to be like 6 a.m. your time probably. So, you know, you can get into one of our chats and talk to us there on one of our Facebook Lives. We'd love to hear from you guys on there.
Yeah, because we've went live at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, we've gone live at 2 o'clock in the morning here. So, you know, that'd be like, 8 o'clock your time, something like that. So, yeah, just check us out. Give us a follow on our social medias. And like I said, make sure you still leave us input or questions in chat and we'll get back to you. Or you can email us at reparanormal24@gmail.com. You can also message us on our Facebook page, REP Paranormal and Friends, or you can get a hold of Kim at Kim Addie Purvis on Facebook. We have Instagram, RE Paranormal 24, and then we have Twitter at RE Paranormal. So you can find information on shows and things on those as well. But
if you want to be a guest,
if you want to be a guest,
and we'll see what date we got open.
Yeah, we'll shoot you some dates, or if you have questions or anything like that, or if you have ideas for topics that you want us to hear us talk about on the show or discuss or anything like that, drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. And like I said, please like, share, follow our podcast. Without you guys, without our listeners, we wouldn't be here. And so we do really, truly appreciate each and every one of you, especially when we're making this transition from going to live to pre-recorded. It's not something we really want to do, but unfortunately that's what Spreaker is doing. Maybe, hopefully they see that maybe a lot of people like to do live ones. I don't know. And they could give us that option back, but who knows? You never know. But once again, we really appreciate all of our listeners, and still can't wait to hear from you guys in the new year. Just like I said, make sure you leave us something in the chat or drop us a line on our social media as well. And with that, we will just wish everybody a happy new year, and we will be back in January. Peace out, everybody.